Okay, so we're late due to Daniel. Just kidding, it wasn't Daniel's fault. So let's hurry up and get over there, everyone.
Let's all go over. Okay, who's Team Cap and who's Team Iron Man?
It's Cap America.
Quickly, Daniel.
You didn't throw it. Oh. Okay, so the movie's coming out. Spider-Man's in it, and Captain America and Team Iron Man. And they're fighting each other.
Oh my God!
Stephanie's just swinging out there. So can I just say, guys, I just went to pee real quick before we came out to do this, and I didn't wash my hands to save time.
The only thing I touch is my dick, and I know my dick's clean.
I don't give a shit.
Jordan's flashing his lights because we're in such a hurry right now. Jordan! We're all super excited. We're kind of bummed that we're running so late because the movie starts in like 6 minutes. There's previews and stuff like that.
I'm incredibly excited.
I'm so like rushed.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about anything.
I can't even. All I can think of is Bucky.
Jesus.
I like playing some poker and then quitting my hand of poker and then driving aimlessly through a city.
In the rain.
I like.
Is this your McConaughey impression?
Yeah.
I like. What does he talk about? I like doing this.
No, I just didn't know what he said in them, so I just said I like whatever he was doing in it. Whoa!
Oh, Jordan just
He just
swung.
crossed 2 lanes.
Super move.
Jordan swung in front. I'm sorry for the very poor camera work. I'm not strapped in.
You okay, Dan?
We have 5 minutes.
We have to get there right now.
Dan, are you okay?
We have to get there right now, Spencer.
What happened?
You just strangled me with your car. Where's Steph? She's not even behind us. Sweet Jesus. I'm sorry. Again, sorry for this very frantic pre-going to see the movie thing. We didn't intend on being late. We should have been here half an hour ago because the Alamo Draft House, if you don't know, the Alamo Draft House does 30 minutes of
But it's all the same.
edited content. Not really.
That's true.
We're gonna go see the movie.
This went so fast. Sorry.
Super excited.
Super.
Okay.
Ow.
I'm not going to see the movie. I'm just gonna stay in here. You didn't quite know who to go for because you were.
Okay, this scene go.
So we're out of the movie.
And it's nice and calm and relaxed now. I heard you guys film quite frantically on the way over.
Yes,
here.
it was very
So
frantic. Although we were here. What the fuck are you doing, Spencer?
There's weird things in my cheese.
Well, it's queso that has been sitting the entire
So
movie.
actually, the
It's like
story of that
peppers.
pretzel was delivered to our table when neither Joe or I ordered it. I sat politely for like 20 minutes or maybe even half an hour or so.
Yeah, I saw it
And
delivered. I thought it was Joe's, and then Joe's didn't do anything.
Yeah, I asked Joe. I was like, "Did you order that?" And he's like, "No." And so I leaned over to them. Did you order it? No.
Mystery pretzel.
Spencer? No. So it was somebody else's pretzel, and I, out of kindness, didn't eat it.
So you waited till it got stale, and then we ate
And
it.
then the cheese clotted up and
And then Spencer grabbed the rest of it, and grabbed a cup, and then walked right out here.
Pretty good.
And
That
he's
summed
getting it
up the
on the
movie.
ground.
That's
We made it to the movie. We weren't late.
Why we were late?
We went out to dinner. This is like a name drop
How do you
with
drum roll?
Jeff Ramsey and Michael, whatever his last name is. Like
Jones.
Michael Jones. I did know.
Michael
I knew that,
Achievement.
but I just didn't remember. The Achievement Hunter guys. And our dinner ended actually right around the time we were supposed to be leaving the office to come here anyway. Because typically you show up half an hour early for an Alamo show. We made it on time. Made it to the movie. What did we think of the movie, boys?
There's a lot to process because I sat there through the whole credits, and I thought the credits went fast because I was just kind of in my head, just kind of trying to equate the whole movie. It was big.
It was
it's
a
a
piece
big
of
movie.
trash.
Okay, it was a
I
very.
didn't think it was too tough to follow though. Like
No, it's not that it was tough to follow. It's more me like, I like digesting a movie.
yeah.
I thought it was very good. I really enjoyed it, but
Yeah.
there was a lot of things that I didn't expect.
There was just a lot. It was like a superhero orgy.
It was. There was some
Well,
great
at this
orgy
point,
action.
they
in there.
can't do a Marvel movie without having it be a superhero orgy because then no one will want to watch it.
That's not true.
Everyone's got to be
What
there.
about Winter
That's
Soldier?
true.
This is the one that kicks off Phase 3, so it makes sense that they would start off with a Big Bang, like, theory.
I thought it fell victim to the, and I don't even know if this is a bad thing, but I caught it in Batman vs Superman where it was just like one giant misunderstanding, and all of it could have, like, if they had just sat down and talked about it and been like, hey, there's
But they did talk about
they
it.
talked about
yeah,
it in this, though.
but there was a larger threat that they
But none of
ignored
them saw.
to fight.
That's just the problem with this type of movie. Like, it's not. I think Captain America did very well, in my opinion, better than Batman v Superman. But they both suffer from the same thing, where it's like you don't want to see them fight.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool.
I want to see him fight.
It's cool to see like Hulkbuster versus Hulk. Like, I like that, and it's cool seeing Iron Man versus Captain America. But like some of those things, it was just cutting so deep. It just got so emotional, which is good. But like, I don't know.
The main brawl between the two parties was sort of like the movie opened really strong. Like Scarlett Johansson was kicking the most ass I've ever seen.
Damien Potts.
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's from Payday.
We've actually worked with worked with him before, but
I've never met him.
you've never met Damien?
No.
Oh, okay. He plays Chains in Payday.
Oh.
And all the live action stuff, and then he played Thanos at the end of Avengers, and he's been in a lot of other Marvel stuff.
You guys asked me by Charlotte? That's awesome.
But he's a pretty cool guy. Yeah.
The fight scenes were great. Like with Scarlett Johansson, like seeing those fight scenes, like she was fucking punching and you could feel it.
Yeah, that's why I loved it. I think it was the second Captain America movie because like I remember that was the first like superhero movie where the hits where I was like
The action
Like
scenes
when he
are
kicked
really
the guy
well
off the boat. And it was
yeah,
just
just
like,
the note like just
back.
you know like hard edges hitting faces and it's like
The Russos are great at action. I think they're the best. I think their hands involved in the action sequences make it like so much better because these are the best action I've seen in any of the Marvel movies.
I agree.
Between the two different Captain America,
Which is ultimately like the only action I really liked. Like I always call it Daredevil action because it's always like the quick hand-to-hand combat. Like that's the stuff I love the most.
Shutter speed's cranked up super
It's
high.
called Bourne.
Yeah,
Bourne.
it's very
It
Bourne.
was coined by Paul Greengrass in the Bourne Identity.
I don't know.
Bourne
Bourne.
Shake?
No, but Paul Greengrass didn't direct Bourne Identity, by the way. That was Doug Liman, but good job, Jordan.
Well, Paul
He's the
Greengrass-
biggest like Bourne fan ever, and he doesn't.
I don't know who directs all that stuff. I just know Paul Greengrass had a hand in one of them. But I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. It was fun. I just want Bucky to have his own movie. That's all.
Bucky's-
He's pretty
He's
interesting.
just my
I mean, this
favorite.
kind of
I
was
just
its own
like him.
movie.
She'll be in
Is
the
there a
next
stray
one.
cat over there? There's something going. There's something running. Wait. There it goes. There it goes.
Oh, I see it.
Behind the bushes.
Williams and Sonoma.
It's about to come
Williams
out.
and Sonoma
It's
at the
about to come out.
bushes.
let's get at the
Wait,
door.
did it stop?
Nope, I see it.
There it is.
There it goes. What is it? It's a bunny.
bunny.
It's a bunny. Okay, guys.
Oh.
Confirm
Red
bunny.
I can confirm that Stephanie probably got none of that on camera.
Yep.
All the new characters were really cool. I like Black Panther. I like Spider-Man. I know Agent 13 isn't new, but we gotta see more of her.
Who wants to hear what I thought of the movie?
Go for
You
it.
can talk.
I was starting to.
I said all I need
and
to
then I
say.
was frozen.
But there might be more, so
In
watch
space.
out.
You just have to talk.
But you started talking.
Yeah, but
When I already started to lead into me talking.
I physically looked at
Let's
you
cut
and
back
you were
to.
like,
Let's. Yeah, I know. I
I
stopped
physically looked
talking.
at you, no, and you were like this,
I
and
was
I was
starting
waiting for
to
you
talk.
to talk, and I was like, okay,
Spencer,
I'll talk.
What is Jordan doing over there?
There was a gap.
That's really creepy
There was
from
a
you standing
definite
far
gap.
away. I really liked it. I really
don't
liked it.
together.
I liked
That's
it. I liked it a lot. I'm gonna go into specifics.
Guys, don't get torn apart from the inside.
Look, we're reveling from go.
I really liked it. Very, very good movie. I thought it was very well done. I had heard that it was kind of complicated going in, kind of like my Batman v Superman, and so I was kind of worried about that going in. But I thought it was relatively easy to follow. There's a lot going on, and there's like a lot of little threads that kind of pop up, and it's like, where is this going? And it takes a little bit to get there, but eventually it all connects. I thought the reasoning for everything was very solid. I thought it made sense.
I thought the jokes landed really well.
Jokes did land really well. I mean, the biggest reactions were all in the Spider-Man scenes. I
Yeah,
think,
he was
from
kind of the
crowd.
comic relief. They even did a little
Can
fourth
I
wall
just
breaking.
say I cannot stand some of the reactions that are in the midnight/opening nights.
Well,
Just the
because people have
people
been
The
hanging
guy
out,
behind us.
they've been hanging out in the bar, and then they go to the
goodness.
movie, and then
No,
they drink
I don't know.
while
I
in
don't
the
even think
movie.
that is.
Like what?
I
Real
just
knee
think
slap.
they're just
guys
way
behind
too
us?
hardcore. No, everyone around us just like, oh, Spider-Man.
That was me right next.
That was-
that was
And
me
someone else
too.
just like, oh. There's just like one funny like line. It was funny, I get it, but I mean, people.
But that is kind of the suffer of the midnight release thing. You have to when you go there.
Oh,
It's
those
those
are the-
people.
it's
That's
super-
what makes it awesome, though. Is
Like when you
people.
go to
I
Star Wars,
agree.
like,
It tweaks
waving
my
lightsabers.
enthusiasm when people are also enjoying it.
You're just there to have fun. It's okay if they're a little
Can you
over
Can you do that
eccentric.
laugh again?
Just don't come with us anymore.
Your raptor.
That
should walk around
that
the
was a
parking
different
lot
caliber
doing
of laughter.
Jesus.
Okay, no, but I agree. It is a little bit ridiculous, but I was
That's
trying
the
to get the crowd
fun
going.
of it.
Like when they have
Do
the
you
party
smell
and
that?
stuff like that.
What in the world?
It smells like somebody started
cinnamon.
baking
You know what
something.
that smells like?
smells
Churro vape. That smells like some churro vape.
Churro vape.
How would it make it all the way over here? It does smell. That's rich.
That's churro vape.
I want some of that.
Is that coming from Panera, maybe?
No, Panera's
No,
closed.
Panera's closed.
No, they go in like super early to bake the day's
but it's
bread.
like-
It's 1 in the morning.
It's almost 2 a.m. That would well, no, they start at like 3 or 4
walk
or
by a
something
bakery
like
at-
that for
yeah.
fresh baking.
Hey, I'm just trying to piece together what's around.
I mean,
us.
that doesn't smell like
that's
food. That
the
doesn't
best-
smell like vape anymore. It wouldn't be hanging around.
That's a
there.
constant Cinnabon.
I'm telling
We've
you,
been derailed by
The
Cinnabon.
Oh, it's
bake-
disappearing.
the bake master's in there right now.
Is it disappearing for you guys?
This movie review is amazing.
I think they probably should have just called this Civil War.
Yeah,
or
not
Marvel
Captain
Civil
America.
War, because it was equally. I think it was kind of like Batman v Superman. Yeah, I think it was equally both of their movies. Although
Yeah,
Batman v
definitely
Superman was
wasn't.
more Batman. But
Captain America movies, they definitely focus a lot more on Cap.
yeah.
Yeah, because Iron Man wasn't in it for like a solid 20 minutes after they first introduced him, and it was just kind of Cap doing his own thing.
Yeah, but I think
But it
to
should
the
have
Iron
been
Man,
every.
full
ended
Iron Man
up- it ended
story,
up
it's a very
balancing
important
out.
movie.
Oh, I love Chadwick Boseman. He was
Yeah,
great.
he was really Black Panther.
I liked his
was great.
accent.
He sold
was
the
cool.
shit out of Black Panther, and I'm gonna go get an action figure.
The movie sold the shit out of Black Panther.
Bunny!
Do you mean because she
There it goes.
drove
Steph,
him
get
to
it.
the ground?
That's the William
It
Sonoma
stopped for
bunny.
you. It stopped for you.
Say bunny.
bunny, Civil War bunny, Marvel bunny, Marvel bunny.
Damn.
It looks
What
just
team
like
is he
Black
on?
Jaguar.
Is he on Team Cap? Is he on Team Iron Man?
Bunny, what are you doing out at this time of night?
It's on
in the
Team
park?
Flash. Steph, what'd you think?
I really liked it. I thought it was fun, and I really liked the action sequences, and I loved Tom Holland
Yeah, he was good.
as Spider-Man. He was really, really, really good, and I loved him because of The Impossible. So.
He was a little kid too.
Yeah, he
I don't
was.
think he seemed a lot younger.
The
than
way you
me.
said that, he's a little kid too.
Well, he looks and sounds a lot older in real life. I feel like he pitched up his voice a little bit when he was talking.
Yeah, he was a great Spider-Man. I liked him a lot, and I don't like watching them fight. I just wanted them to hug it out the whole time. There's so many bunnies.
It's bunny season.
There's
Where's, oh, there's one way out there.
Yeah, see him?
Hold on. Just gotta focus. There he goes.
There's babies in our neighborhood.
He's going around.
Oh,
Yeah, I see bunnies all the time.
Little rabbit.
yeah, buddy.
He's sitting right on the curb there.
I got him.
Civil War bunny.
Civil
Civil War bunny.
Oh, I love Falcon.
Bunny, 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 bunny.
Bunny, 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 bunny.
Great.
He had a lot more time in this movie too, and like,
My biggest complaint about him before was that he never got like his badass moments on screen, because in
Yeah.
Ant-Man he got his ass kicked, and Winter Soldier he kind of got his ass kicked, and then in Avengers 2 they just shafted him.
Yeah.
But in this one he was kicking some ass.
yeah. Same with Scarlett Johansson. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like you said, when she came out, she was like, oh damn. Even what's her face, the agent, she had a quick
13.
little badass scene until she got thrown on a table.
All right, what'd you just say?
Hell out of
4
here.
out of 10.
Winter
4 out of 10.
He's totally just being
Thor
a
out of 10.
jackass. I'm gonna go with a
8.
8.69.
All right.
The world?
For all you 69 lovers out there.
Yeah.
I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. I think it was really good.
It was
Like, it
really,
was a
really good.
solid movie. I feel like it wrapped up a bit too quickly. Like, there's the final scene, and then it was just done. I wish there was a bit more wrap up towards the end.
Yeah.
8 out of 10.
Now, Joe, we have not mentioned, but there were several references to 117.
I know.
117 countries
All right, 9.
would sign the Sokovia Accords, Jordan.
You believe
117.
8.5.
117.
I'd
All
say
right.
8.5 out of 10.
Okay. All right.
Wait,
So
Dan, what about you?
I was gonna say. Oh, that works too. I would say this actually is pretty good lighting. I would say it's a more fun Batman v Superman. I love Batman v Superman.
I think
It's
that's fair.
dour as fuck, but this was very fun. Every single character had a line at some point that just made people laugh.
Yeah.
And movies sometimes should make people laugh. Batman v Superman, not so much. That's fine. Anyway, that's what it is. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next movie night, which will maybe be Free State of Jones, another big blockbuster movie for the summer.
Wait,
Too bad
what?
I'm out of town that day.
I've never
Yeah,
heard
Jordan's
that.
gonna be gone, Spencer.
wait,
so you're
when
going to
is
see
it?
Free State of Jones with Matthew McConaughey.
Bunny.
Bunny, where?
See, if you say bunny, everyone
Where?
stops and then it gets us closer
It's
to
a
rapping.
youngin'.
All right. Well, the end.
Like, I actually teared up at one point.
Did you?
I did.
Thank goodness.
What part
I
did
said
you
I
feel?
was almost crying like 3 times.
What part did you
It was so
tear up at?
sad.
I teared up when Black Panther's dad died, and he held him there.
That was
he was
early.
in like 1.5 scenes.
I don't
Yes,
care. That
it's-
dad
it's
was
powerful.
nice and he held his dad and he was
Black
powerful.
Jaguar
He was crying.
is my favorite
okay.
superhero.
Black Jaguar is you,
man.
Joe.
But the
Black
thing,
Cheetah though.
the thing about that scene is that
No, Black
it's all
Jaguar.
sad and whatever, and he's holding them, and then just cuts to the next scene and they make a joke. I'm just like, what just happened? I'm like, we were sad.
Because most normal people weren't crying, Spencer. No, I'm kidding. No,
Weirdo.
that's cool. Because when you have such little time with characters, though, because we just were introduced to Black Panther at that
Exactly.
point, and his dad had been in 1.5 scenes.
I like his accent.
Yeah, but like, so I didn't have that emotional connection to them. But
Yeah,
it
I
was-
guess
it
I
was
just
done
I
well.
saw his dad and I got a connection to his dad in one scene.
See, I thought you were gonna say the Stark stuff towards the end. I
Well,
mean,
that was
would be the-
emotional. That was
Yeah.
intense. Like the movie was a lot more emotionally
I
intense
laughed
than I
when
thought.
that scene came around.
Well, I knew it was
I
gonna
laughed.
happen.
The
I heard
great-
I thought
Stephanie
the
whisper.
camera was like
I heard
on
Stephanie
a
whisper-
tree or something. I was like, there's a tree cam in the woods that caught this?
Yeah, but anyway,
And if I was Tony, I would have asked, why was this on camera? It was funny, the whole reason that the Avengers were checked was because that they were just kind of going around all willy-nilly.
And then they went around all willy-nilly to check the other people.
Yeah. and
There was
so-
just a lot of going around willy-nilly.
Because they're like,
Yeah.
we shouldn't have all this
Like, Tom-
collateral damage. And then they went to the
This could've been-
airport and
this
like,
should've been-
you can't do collateral damage. Well, I'm going to do collateral damage. It's like, well, we'll do it too. And then they just blew
it
up the
was-
whole airport.
Exactly. And then all the
People don't
while,
fly.
one party of the split knew that there was a greater threat that needed to be tended to, but they had to have their tiff out on the army. Again, it's a movie, but
And why wasn't Vision
it
more
can't-
involved? He could get just killed everyone.
well,
he
they
could've-
were
he
like,
could've been, like,
they were clearly pulling their punches,
everyone
like
chill
they say
out.
in the movie.
yeah, you're right. Again, it's a movie, but it's like, why is canon so damn important if you're just gonna fucking whip your dick out and flop it around?
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
They had Giant Man.
Yeah.
They had Giant Man, and it was spoiled in the Lego set. I'm gonna complain now.
He's giant.
I didn't see that. Ant-Man being giant.
It's really
So it
cool.
changes his
No,
name?
it was so cool.
Yeah, usually he's medium-sized man, and then he's Ant-Man. and
No,
then
it's
he's-
Ant-Man and Giant Man. He became Giant Man in the comics after he gained the ability to become giant.
I was half expecting Wasp to fly in at one point.
Oh, that would have been cool.
I was
Spider-Wasp.
hoping that would happen. Who carved that Panther Mountain?
He probably
Yeah, that was a weird like.
probably went
They
out
did
there.
out of vibranium.
Titanium.
Vibranium.
It's vibranium panther.
Vision
That's where
looks-
vibranium comes from.
He's like-
Adamantium.
He's like an African Tony Stark.
Yeah.
King.
okay.
Yeah, he's an African Tony Stark who should have the ego because he's the fucking king, but it doesn't seem he has the ego of Tony Stark.
Because he had a good dad.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
dad was around.
His
dad didn't die by the
humble
Winter
dad,
Soldier.
but then he died. So
There was a lot of parent deaths in this.
Yeah, there was.
that's parent deaths are the only way to motivate a superhero.
The
Well,
bad guy was
there's
motivated by
nothing else.
parent/family death.
They're not smart enough to stick around and have families, so they only have their parents in their lives.
Or
so.
a parking.
Well, the theme of the movie was vengeance. Like
Yeah.
at the end, he's like, I have to let go of this, or whatever he was talking about. It seemed like they were setting up Scarlet Witch and Vision romance.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is interesting. Well, that's what it is in the comics as
Yeah.
well, but it's just it's interesting
Very
to see.
quickly done.
Yeah. But they didn't like really have. It was just more like planting seeds.
I liked when someone got hit in the head with something, and it was so funny. He got like absolutely just like, who was it? It was during the airport scene, and someone like flicked something at someone and like got him right in the forehead. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Birdman shot his little mini bird at Tony.
Oh yeah.
That's what it was. It was so. They just
Birdman
like.
shot his little mini bird.
Did she come back?
They kissed, remember?
Oh,
and then they came back to the
yeah.
car and they were like,
Isn't that kind of weird though? Because it's like
I think
he's
that was-
thinking of Peggy probably the whole time.
Yeah, but didn't you see at Peggy's funeral when she was there, he got like googly eyes for her?
you got a weird.
Stan Lee.
Oh yeah,
Stan.
Stanley.
Best cameo yet.
Tony Stank is pretty good.
Yeah.
Tony Stank was
I
good.
like
I
him
still feel
as
like
the-
Deadpool was the best one.
Yep. Was he the DJ?
Yeah, he was the DJ at the strip club.
Yeah. Stan Lee.
Oh yeah,
Stanley.
Stanley.
Best cameo yet.
Tony Stank is pretty good.
Yeah.
Tony Stank was
I
good.
like
I
him
still feel
as
like
the-
Deadpool was the best one.
Yep. Was he the DJ?
Yeah, he was the DJ at the strip club.
Yeah.